How much do you guys feel like the team will hold when Terrence does what he did tonight?
We're way better when Terrence does what he did. Just his ability in transition, it takes so much pressure off of our half-court offense, and he's a freak athlete. Just find him and he goes. It's easy.
Is there something you noticed with him maybe in the last couple of days or last week to try and getting back to what he was doing before he was out?
Yeah, I think it's just day by day in practice. He's slowly kind of finding his rhythm, gaining his confidence back. I mean, it's hard taking a break where everybody else is playing, like the game reps. It's hard to come back. You know, I've had injuries where I struggled coming back. So, I mean, I know, like, I feel where he's at, and it just takes a little time. But, like, I'm not worried. I know he's getting there, and obviously he showed he's there tonight.
What does he do? Is there anything in the game that he does that you're like, okay, yeah, that's, like, he's back? Like, is it the transition, defense, is it threes? Like, is there anything you pinpoint, or even, like, an expression he has?
I honestly, just his body language. You can kind of see it, like, when he makes a play or he gets a defensive stop or something. Like, I can just tell by looking at him, like, yeah, TJ's back with us. Like, he's here. I don't know. You can just see it. If you've been around him, you can just tell.
I mean, teams have consistently guarded Ty loosely, I think, this month.
Yeah.
When he can exploit it like he did tonight, like, how much difference does it make for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, a lot. You know, teams can try to do the cross matching, put the 5 on him, do all that stuff, but, you know, we practice for it. We're prepared for that. Ty knows what to do. We all know how to play off Ty when they do that. So it's not really something that, you know, it's just another defensive coverage that teams are going to try to cover us to stop it, but we have counters for everything.
When Ty's rebounding like that and aggressive like that, like, how much does that elevate who you guys are?
A lot. Our offensive rebounding is a staple of our team, and Ty's a big reason why it's a staple. Him, Q, Coleman, Luke, probably the best offensive rebounder we have, and it means a lot.
Luke said something yesterday. It's like, you can't just say one game at a time, but like at this point of the year, like those singular games mean a little bit more. Just to get road win, Big Ten, quad one win, just like how big is this win tonight?
Big Ten road wins mean a lot. It's not your average game. A Big Ten road win means a lot for us.
What do you feel like you guys have shown halfway through the Big Ten season?
I think we've shown that, you know, we can fight through a lot. You know, this team has gone through a lot already, and, you know, just through all the ups and downs, I think that we've just showed that we're a cohesive team. We stay together, and no matter what's going on, like, we're with each other, and we're going to fight for each other.
That 4-minute stretch at the end of the first half with Dain, Coleman, and TJ, all through, and Amani and Dre come in. Like, how much did that spark you guys, and for freshmen to come in that moment? Like, what that tell you about them?
Yeah, I'm happy for them. You know, they put in the work. You know, those guys are in the gym all the time, and they understand that, you know, it's just not quite their turn to get all the minutes yet. You know, and they've stuck with it, and they know their role. You know, they just want to come in and help us win, and that's exactly what it is tonight. So I'm really happy for them, and, you know, I'm glad they did what they did, because it helps us a lot.
Kind of along those lines, Dain is the guy that Coach Underwood shouted out, and Ty, like, how big were his minutes, and another guy who's really kind of up and down minute-wise to come in and have that impact.
Yeah, Dain was huge for us. You know, with Coleman going out with some fouls and stuff like that, Dain's ability to just rebound and his presence down low, I mean, it disturbs teams. You know, he's by far our biggest, strongest guy, and when he plays like he did tonight, we're a different team.
Do you find yourselves a guard? Ty said when TJ is at his normal self, we go to the glass because we can get him the ball and just go. Do you find yourself playing a little differently now, that, especially on the defensive glass, just because Terrence is that kind of a weapon?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if a team takes a bad shot, we're coming right back at you when we got Terrence. So, I mean, I know me and Ty kind of search for him. You know, when we get a rebound, we always know where he's at, because he's just so dangerous in the open court that we want to take advantage of any opportunity we can with him.
You're going to do it 2 days off now. You got to make open.
Sleep. Get in the hyperbaric and sleep. That's what I'm going to be doing.
That kind of production.
I mean, I think just being aggressive, just being in those spots. We have guys like TJ and Marcus and Justin. They're so good at getting downhill. They're going to call us too, and me just finding that spot and being able to go up and finish or get fouled.
You he's seen a 5 on you, like literally on pretty much almost every game since Purdue. Like, how's that comfort continue to build game over game when you have just more reps there?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's been a lot easier and more comfortable for me just being able to rep it out in practice and really just having confidence and still being aggressive and having my same ability to do what I do.
When you're being guarded like that, do you find it easier maybe to get to the rim for offensive rebounds because maybe there's not that guy right there to box you out?
Oh yeah, absolutely, and I feel like I'm not as tired because I'm not doing all this other stuff, and yeah, I mean I think it's a lot easier. Like I said, when TJ and Marcus draw that double team and my man leaves, if they shoot that ball, it's just me. So I think it's a lot easier for me to go and be able to be aggressive on the offensive glass.
What's changed with Terrence to get back to where he was at before the time off?
Oh yeah, I mean we all know it's going to come back to him. It's just time away from the game, and it happens. It happens to everybody, just being away from the game, you got to get that rhythm back and that feel, and I think we did a good job of just getting him back into that, and we've seen him late hit some big shots, so I think he's coming into it good.
Is there something you've noticed from him that's different, like to allow him to get to where he was at tonight?
No, I mean, I think even when he struggled, the games that he did, he knew it was going to come back to him, and our thing as a team was just keeping him up and keeping his head up and not letting him get down on himself, because I mean we all know what he can do.
What's your guys' role on the floor, knowing like this guy who has the ball a lot and he's a high usage guy? Like, how do you guys go about helping him seamlessly kind of incorporate back in there?
Yeah, I mean I think it goes to show how egoless this team is, and everybody's playing for one common goal, and at the end of the day that's what it's all about. So when everybody knows that we're just trying to win the game, it helps a lot, because then you don't have guys jealous or anything like that, and we don't have those problems. So I think just the maturity of this team is pretty easy.
What's the sign for you that Terrence is kind of back in his zone? Anything he does that you're like, okay, he's who he was?
When he's getting downhill effortlessly, sometimes he can be out of control, and when he's controlling himself and he's not hesitating taking those shots, I mean, you guys seen him take a couple of those threes. He just let him go, and I think that's one of the signs to me that like he's back and he's coming back. So yeah.
You guys are halfway through the Big Ten schedule now, and you've won without Terrence, you've won with him. Obviously, you guys are better with him, but like, what have you shown without him and then with him that you guys can win some versatile roles?
Yeah, I mean, I think it goes to show how deep we are and how connected as a group we are. I mean, we have a lot of guys that can go out and score 20 each night, but I think the other roles, like Quincy averaging 9 rebounds and him having games where he has 13 rebounds, and Justin coming in and having those 20-point games here and there, and just things like that. Just everybody stepping up when it's their time.
To get Big Ten road win at the end of a 9-game month where you guys are just kind of at it for 3 weeks essentially, what does that mean for you guys?
I mean, I think it goes to show the maturity of this team. We knew this was a huge game for us. Just like you said, we've been having 2-day preps and just staying mentally locked in, and when we're at practice, physically and mentally being there. Now we got 2 days off, so I mean, we got through it, and I'm happy that we ended this with a dub.
You're gonna know what to do with yourself with 2 days off?
Man, we're gonna recover, but no, I'm not. We're not gonna know what to do with ourselves. We haven't had a day off, and I don't remember when, so it's cool.
What led you guys to have so much transition success tonight, especially with Terrence just kind of looking like the old self again?
I think our guards did a great job of rebounding, and when our guards do a great job of rebounding, we can get it out to them. I think when we get a rebound, we know where he's going to be at. We know he's running, and it allowed Coleman to run also. So when Coleman gets a rebound, he's trying to get it to a guard, but when we get the rebound, he can just run. And I think just the guards rebounding is helping us tremendously in transition, because we get the ball out faster.
That Final Four, the vote in the Big Ten's not easy. What's that mean for you guys going forward to come in here and get a big one?
It's always good when we can come get a good road game win. I feel like that was big for us in our just our schedule coming up. I feel like this one was key for us.
Something Brad mentioned was like you've had a pretty long stretch here in January to end it with a road win. I mean, just how nice is that to get through 9 games in a month like that?
These games are back to back, so we just been staying with it, practicing hard every day, and just showing up. So,
what worked well for you in the opportunity to play tonight?
It's just keeping my my energy high. Staying positive. I just try to do whatever to help get a win for the team.
when you're getting kind of like inconsistent minutes, I guess, like what's the key for you to staying like revved up and ready to go and contribute immediately?
Yeah, my thing is just staying ready. You know, my training. You know, I'm still training off the court. You know, I'm training even harder. Just getting in the extra time and just staying positive. You know, being there for my teammates. So.
Are you a guy who thrives on once those minutes start to stack, you're in that 6, 7, 8 straight? Like, you feel like you get more of a rhythm out there?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely, when he subbed me back in, I started to find my rhythm a little bit. But yeah, that's how I am. You know, as my minutes go up, you know, I get more comfortable out there. So.
How difficult is that then to stay ready?
Well, you know, it's nothing I haven't been through before. You know, some of us all go through these things. It's just a part of the process. So.
How much do you mentally tonight just kind of thinking about picking Coleman up? Like you got in that foul trouble in both halves, and it seemed like you were the guy they turned to, especially in the post.
Yeah, definitely. You know, in my opinion, it seemed like the refs was kind of picking on Cole. But yeah, he got in foul trouble. You know, I stepped up. You know, like any other player off the bench should.
Do you feel like that was a moment for you, just to, you know, okay, this is my time now, kind of a deal? Was that going through your mind?
You know, definitely. You know, I'm just trying to do whatever it takes to help the team. And, you know, that's what's most important. So.
It's been a little bit since we've seen Terrence have that kind of performance. What would you see from him tonight? Did it feel like he was getting back to who he was before he missed some time?
Yeah, definitely. You know, it's taking him. I feel like it'll take him a few games to get back to who he was, and you know, he's had a lot of time off. But, I mean, you know, he's going hard every day in practice. He's staying positive through everything. So.
When Ty is maybe this Ty that he showed tonight, like what difference does it make for you guys?
Yeah, big difference. You know, when he didn't rebound like that and not turn the ball over, I mean, it's just, I mean, other teams just have no answer for him when he can do that. So.
You mentioned your training. You know, what have you kind of focused on, either on the court or with Fletch this month, to keep you ready?
Really just my cardio, my conditioning. You know, there'll be times where, you know, I might come in for 3-4 minutes, have to run, rebound, and then so, you know, just little conditioning, things like that off the court. Even after practice, before practice, I come in. Before practice, just do skill work with one of the GAs. So.
Do you think like Big Ten teams are going to have to guard Ty differently, because they've all kind of tried this?
Yeah,
maybe not guarding him thing.
Right. Yeah. No, you can't do that with Ty. You know, his handle is too nice. He can just dice bigs up. You know, a lot of teams are trying to put their bigs on Ty, and it's just not working. So, you know, that's just he's been helping us a lot with that. You know, just being able to handle the ball down there in the paint, not turn the ball.
In the final 4 minutes of that first half, you've got 2, Coleman's got 2, TJ's got 2, and Dre and Imani both go in, and you guys outscore them. What did you see from those two and that unit and that stretch to stay afloat and pick up some points?
Yeah, you know, they came in with high energy. You know, the freshmen came in with good energy. You know, they lifted us up and kind of got us going. So yeah, it was a good thing.
Has your confidence grown more on the defensive end? Do you feel like, especially, or?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like it has grown, especially in practice. You know, just really dial in and watching film, and just that's just been my biggest thing. Just watching a lot of film and seeing the mistakes I've been making, and just really like breaking the film down and you know, seeing what I can do better out there. So it's been paying off.